Looking for background to the locations we visit in Fallout Season 2? In this video, we'll take a quick look at the casinos of New Vegas. This extra bit of background lore will make Fallout Season 2 that much more enjoyable. Thanks to the 2010 game Fallout New Vegas, we already know a lot about the locations seen in the show.
So this is Vegas, huh?
Or at least the trailers for the show, as this video is being made before Season 2 airs. Just remember, the events in Season 2 take place 15 years after the events in Fallout New Vegas, the game. So things have likely moved on a bit from the background I'll be providing. In the Fallout universe, before the bombs fell in 2077, Mr. House, who we met in Season 1, used his genius and vast wealth to protect Las Vegas from direct nuclear strikes. Even so, the Strip was abandoned for quite a while after the war, and those who survived formed into different tribes. Mr. House's goal was always to restore Las Vegas, so he sent robot scouts to negotiate with these local tribes, offering his stockpiled resources in exchange for their help in rebuilding the city. Some tribes resisted, of course, but others eventually earned his favour, and they became the families who would run the casinos we see on the New Vegas Strip. And although the tribes were once bitter enemies, Mr. House had rules that forced them to cooperate. These grudges are still there, though. Nobody makes a move openly because nobody wants to be on the wrong side of Mr. House. So New Vegas thrived. Then the NCR found it, and stunned explorers discovered it, and trade caravans finally arrived, and so the word spread. There was a city of luxury and wealth in the desert, lit up for all to see, just waiting for travelers to visit.
Make yourself at home here. It's cozy.
The Lucky 38 Casino. The Lucky 38 is the Mojave's defining landmark. It's a colossal pre-war tower in the shape of a roulette spindle that dominates the New Vegas skyline. The Lucky 38 is beautiful, it's grand, and it's empty, mostly. It is a pre-war Las Vegas casino that Robert House bought and upgraded before the war. He heavily fortified it, installed defensive systems, and turned it into the hub of his information network. And once the upgrades were finished, House locked its doors and sealed himself in. In the year 2274, 8 years before the events of the game, House deployed his army of Securitron robots to pacify the Strip. He struck deals with 3 major tribes to rebuild Las Vegas into New Vegas and restored the Lucky 38 as the city's center of power. His empty casino establishes Mr. House as untouchable. He's watching, he's calculating, and he's waiting.
Now that you've reached your destination, what do you make of what you see?
Where other factions in New Vegas cling to ideology, the Lucky 38 represents something colder, pure technocratic control, frozen in time since the day the bombs dropped in 2077. The Tops Casino. The Tops sells itself as the closest thing the wasteland has to classic Vegas. Stylish swagger, smooth drinks, high roller bravado, and a night at the Aces Theatre after you've spent more chips than you'd planned to. It's run by the chairman, a group inspired by the real-world Rat Pack of the 1950s and 60s. Sure, they talk tough and have easy smiles, but they're generally too laid back to sweat the details.
No sudden moves around the boss, got it?
What in the goddamn? Let's keep this in the groove, hey? Smooth moves, smooth.
Except for one of them, Benny. In Fallout New Vegas, Benny is the top chairman, a key part of the game's plot, in fact, voiced in-game by the late Matthew Perry, as it happens.
Ring-a-ding, baby, ta-ta.
Before the war, it was one of the Strip's flagship resorts, built around private rooms, dancing, gambling, and a steady stream of new talent on stage. The building survived the Great War, but sat empty for years, picked over, overgrown and forgotten, until House, as part of his goal to build a new Vegas, brought the Tops Casino back online. By 2281, the Tops is once again a Strip mainstay, with the Aces Theatre revived and thriving. It would be really interesting to see how this place looks 15 years later in Season 2. Gomorrah. Where the Strip's other casinos polish the veneer, Gomorrah leans into the grime. It's a deliberately rough venue where the main attractions are prostitution, booze and chems, with gambling and food trailing behind like some kind of afterthought. It's run by the omertas. It markets privacy and discretion. It has lavish suites, silk sheets and a what happens here stays here attitude. Well, except for the scars, I imagine. Gomorrah is also notably ghoul-friendly, employing ghoul bartenders and offering services to ghouls. Gomorrah has no real respect for its clientele, and violence is never far away in that place. Within the plot of Fallout, the casino's purpose is simple: to show that New Vegas didn't just preserve the pre-war glamour, it also preserved the worst parts of society as well. The Atomic Wrangler. All the casinos we visited so far are on the New Vegas Strip. Not so the Atomic Wrangler. Located in Freeside, just outside the Strip, the Atomic Wrangler is everything the big casinos are not. It's loud, messy, cheap, and genuinely dangerous. But it's also open to anyone with a handful of cats.
Hungry? Thirsty? Horny? The Atomic Wrangler has you covered.
A pre-war holdover and the only active casino in Freeside by the time of the game, it doubles as a flophouse, brothel, and a major source of chems in the area. Advertised by a neon sign of a futuristic cowboy riding a stylized atom. It's run by the Garrett twins, James and Francine, and backed by hired thugs.
Somebody told me the other day you were bright. I wasn't sure if you meant smart or radioactive.
It's where ordinary New Vegas folks go. Mercs, drifters, addicts, caravaneers, and the poorer NCR types who can't buy their way onto the Strip, along with regulars from the Kings and even the Van Graffs nearby. Also, for those with an interest in the cold touch of robotic love, the Atomic Wrangler can provide.
I will meet you in your room.
Oh, great. Which all makes for a blunt counterpoint to the Strip's artificial glamour and a reminder of who the Strip has no time for. The casinos of New Vegas aren't just landmarks to visit, they're not just backdrops for plot points, each represents a different ideology, a different view of what the new world could look like after the war. There are other casinos in New Vegas and the Mojave Wasteland, including the Ultra-Luxe on the Strip, the Vicky and Vance Casino in Prim, and even the Sierra Madre Casino to be found in one of the game's expansions. By the time Season 2 hits, 15 years after the game, it will be very interesting to see what's left standing and what's developed since. Got some thoughts to add? Feel free. Give me a like if you've got something out of this video. I normally make technical videos of console games with a strong bias towards those made by Bethesda, so if that sounds interesting to you, please give my channel a visit and subscribe. Alright, thanks for watching. Cheers. Round Nexus out.